full moon tonight. They're calling it a partial eclipse. I don't know, I wasn't even going to bother talking about it or looking at it until walking home from the store. I noticed it's like about a year ago, there is a moon behind the moon once again. They say it's a partial eclipse, so maybe that's whatever the fuck that means. Maybe that's why there's a moon behind the moon, but they didn't say it last time there was a moon behind the moon. I'm gonna see if you can see this. Let me see. What it is on the right side. You probably can't see it, right? Fuck. I'll try to. I'll go in Schizo garage and try to get a shot of it. What it is it's the moon, and to the right of the moon is a sliver of another moon that's smaller. It's not the same size. It's kind of like a little appendage or a bump hanging out. I remember that I seen this like, I don't know, maybe a year ago, and I freaked out about it. And like always, no one gave a shit. And it's right there again. Let's see. You're not going to be able to see it. Yeah, they make it so that, and of course everything's a conspiracy. They make it so that you can't really capture what you see with these new cameras. Like if you had a Polaroid in the 70s, you would capture much more of what you're looking at. These new digital cameras don't get dick. They get very fucking, like I see it all the time with Nia. Like, look at the mountains, how nice they look. And then we put them on camera and they look like they're a million miles away. Look at the way it's shining. Like in the camera, that's a 500,000 miles away though, guys. It's useless, it's a waste of time. I'm gonna have to do one of my crudely drawn pictures like I did the last time we had this situation. I drew a picture of exactly what I'm looking at. I'm looking at it right now with my eyes. The two that I have in my head. And yeah, it's like a little blip that just hangs out on the side of it. And yeah, the last time this happened, I did a video about it. Did a couple of videos about it. I was fucking like, what the fuck? And of course, the few people I did talk to about it, you know, out here on the 3D screen, did not give a fuck. It was another one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, huh? And that's it. You know, you get that a lot. You know, the 95%, man. They're just, they're either not allowed to see this stuff, or they don't see it, or they, when they do see it, they don't give a fuck. What does it mean? I don't know. I couldn't figure it out last time either. But it's right there. It almost looks like it's getting bigger. Is that what they mean by eclipse though? Like, is this a thing that's happening? Like, is this supposed to be the excuse for it? The last time I did a video on it and made a big deal about it in my circles online, Jesus Luke Skywalker sent me a story about a woman in Australia who was seeing the same thing that I'm seeing right now. Just the moon with a moon peekabooing behind it, right on the right side of it. And it was on the right side of it before, because I remember drawing my one of my artistic masterpieces, showing you what I'm seeing, because the camera doesn't pick it up, you know. And it's not picking up here too. It's just like, look at the moon in this camera. There's like two beams. Like, what the fuck is that? And why do I see the light as like a solid thing? This whole fucking, I don't even understand this whole digital camera bullshit. It's not the... Is it the screen? Hold on a second. Let me see if I wipe the screen down a little bit. No, that made it even more worse. It's a very professional setup here. Let me try to put some cloth on it. No. It's weird because if you look at the cars, like everything looks good. You know, you can see everything is detailed enough, you know. And then when you go near a light source, hey, let me see. Can you see that now? I gotta sneak up on it. Let me see. Alright. You can kind of see it. I can see it with my eyes, like, it's very clear with my eyes. It's like there's a line delineating between the regular moon. Nah, you don't see it at all here. It's funny, I look at the screen and then look at the sky, and it's like very clear. And then on the screen here, it's a fucking blob. Whatever, I don't know what the fuck. Usually, full moon, it's a good time to go around Demonspotter because there's something about the veil. It's unstable during full moons. Solstices more so. That's why when there's solstices, all the black magicians like doing all their gay shit because it's you can access the other realms a lot easier. And indeed, it was the summer solstice when I had my first demon encounter where we actually saw the thing as it was, which you don't see here because here, normally in the 3D that we live in, they're incorporeal, so you don't see anything. You hear them, though, if they can get a body to fucking yell through. But, yeah, you don't ever see them. And that time we were seeing into, at least I'm theorizing, we were seeing into her plane because it was a girl. It was taking place in the same spot where my neighbors were, except I wasn't seeing them. I wasn't seeing them. I was seeing her instead. There's a whole fucking story I did of it. If I can find it, I'll link it. I'll show the thumbnail. But yeah. It makes that veil thinner. Again, that's why they do all their gay ritual shit. But yeah, there it is. It's oblong. Would be the... It's not a perfect circle. It's almost like it almost looks like it's pregnant. Like the moon, it's just kind of hanging off to the right. Really weird. Strange, man. Strange. Again, not a thing anyone's gonna notice except me and maybe a couple other people. If they do notice it, they don't really give a shit. But that's all right. It's the burden of the 5%, man. The 5%er's burden. Eric Burden, Illuminati confirmed. Yeah, I guess. I was gonna take a little walk around because, like I said, these full moon nights, usually there's a little more activity, but there's just not a lot of people out. Very quiet. Tuesday is probably usually the quietest night, and then there we go behind the cloud. All right, look at the size of that cloud, right? Now the moon is 500,000 miles away, right? But it can just go behind that little cloud. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. That's not how things work on the micro scale or the average size scale. But for some reason, when you start talking in high numbers, science with the capital S starts telling you that we are now at a level where it's imperceptible. You know, like how the world's moving so fast, you don't feel it. It's so big, you don't see it. It's gonna hide behind the cloud. You grow up hearing that, though. and real smart looking Khazars in dresses on TV repeat this kind of shit. And so it gets programmed in your head. And then you just don't, you'd feel foolish to say it, especially out loud around people. They'll make fun of you. And God knows being made fun of is the absolute worst thing in the world. That's used as a weapon to shut you the fuck up. Everything's used as a weapon to shut you the fuck up. Whatever it is. These days in online spaces, words like racist or whatever are used to shut you the fuck up. Making fun of you is used to shut you the fuck up. They just don't want you talking, because maybe if you're talking about it, there'll be another 5% near you. And they'll say, oh yeah, that's fucked, huh? And they can't let us come together right now. Or really any time. But it's fine. Yeah, we're going to be alright. It's going to be okay. No despair. As always, no despair zone. And now the moon's just, it's hiding behind that tiny little cloud. And now it probably hurt us talking about it. Like, you know what? I see it as a joke, but the way I've observed things to work, it wouldn't fucking surprise me at all. The weird fucking Truman Show-esque nature of this place. This just gets funnier every day. You gotta have a sense of humor, though. And it helps to be a little bit crazy, because if you didn't, you'd fucking, I don't know, what would you be? I'd be in the fetal position constantly. Just gotta have a sense of humor. Oh, there we go again. Here we go. Now it's just hazy. Oh, it's still shy. Moon's shy. I like when the astronauts landed on it. See how bright it is? When they landed on it, it wasn't like that. It was just like gray, dry. Well, they must have went there during the day. That's what that's what it was. They went there during the day. It wasn't glowing. That's pretty average normie science response, and everybody like, yeah, that's good. That's right. Yeah, of course. What, do you think they'd go there at night? What are you, stupid? It's tough, man. It's tough. Thanks for dropping in, guys. And as always, Bill Playman Teacher, Playman School. As soon as I turned the camera off, it came right back out. Playing hide and seek.